Welcome to Yeshiva Daf. She is sponsored by Nishma Zar Yakashon Leah Bas Yitzchok. Starting a new Masechta, Masech Shavuos. This is the daf that was given on Shabbos, and we're going to repeat it over here. The Mishnah starts by saying Shavuos Shtayim Shem Arba. What is Shavuos Shtayim Shem Arba? As Rashi explains, there's two Shavuos that the Torah says clearly that we learn from the Torah, which is a Shavuot in a future tense, and is Lahara or Lehetiv, to do something good or bad, which means Lehetiv means I will eat bread. Lahara means I will not eat bread. That's a Shavuot to harm yourself or to stop yourself. Shem Arba includes two others, which is past tense. The past tense is Shavuot Shelo Achalti, Shavuot Shelo Achalti. Now, what we're going to mention over here, and we'll be marking a little more in Shur Machshov on the daf, that the Shavuot over here, this Masech Shavuos, there's a minute brought down the Chazon Sofer to learn Masech Shavuos doing Sfiras Omer. There's Mentes Dapim in Masech Shavuos. You learn it through the Mentes days of Sfiras Omer, even though it's actually Memches Dapim, which is a side problem. What's the connection between Shavuos and Masech Shavuos? They say because it comes to Chag Shavuos. But the Chag Shavuos is weeks, not Shavuot. But the later Talmidei Chazon Sofer bring that Shavuos as well. There's even of Shavuot because we did Shavuot in Har Sinai. And you can attach a beautiful name on the Melech that says, Shavuot she'oichal v'lo yoichal. It's a Shavuot to do mitzvahs and to refrain from doing non-mitzvahs. So it's the Shavuot in the Torah. And we can add that maybe the past tense is a Shavuot she'achalti v'shelo achalti is to fix the mitzvahs the same as they said through Tshuva. So you mainly, Shavuot is really going to get the Kabbalah Satayra, and that's why maybe it's an Indian to learn it and doing Sfiras Omer. Because there's the Mishnah, you do Tumah Shtayim Shemar. Also by Tumah you have Shtayim Shemar, but we'll see in the Gemara, which means when a person doesn't realize that he's Tumah, he can do two Yisurim. He can go into Beis HaMikdash and he can eat Kodesh. Now, by Tumah we have a special thing, as we'll see in a moment in the Mishnah. He has to know and then forget in order to be Chai. Know, forget, and then realize. So we have over here Yediyas Satumah, knowing and then forgetting. What is Yediyas Satumah? Shtayim, that he forgot that he's Tomei and he ate Kodesh who went to Beis HaMikdash. The other one is he remembered that he's Tomei, but he forgot that this is Kodesh or forgot that this is Beis HaMikdash, and we'll see more about it in the Gemara exactly the scenario. Yitzir Shabbos Shtayim Shem Arba. Yitzir Shabbos Shtayim Shem Arba. Our Gemara is going to refer to the Shtayim Shem Arba is the Shtayim is taking from the inside to the outside. What is Shtayim? You can either be standing outside and take it from the inside to the outside, or you can be standing inside and take it from the inside to the outside. Shem Arba, take it from the outside to the inside. Standing outside, taking it from the outside to the inside, and bringing it in, or standing inside and pulling it from the outside to the inside. So he says over here, why do we need so much to tell me both? Obviously, it's the opposite of each other. So the second answer says, because it's Yitzias is Melacha Grua, and being a Melacha Grua, I need to come and teach you everything. It's not a real Melacha. We know Melacha is creating something. Here it's not creating anything. Maris Tegoyim Shtayim Shemar, that's the parsha we just learned, Parsha Tazriyah Mitzayah. It's two Maris Tegoyim within the Torah, and we learned that there's four, that there's another two which are learned from the first two. Now the Mishnah focuses on the second point. The Gemara will tell us why. Yediyas Satum. Ein sheyesh b'yediyah b'tchila. So we say he has to know, then forget. Yediyah b'soif, and he has yediyah in the hand. The hand limit time forgetting in the middle. Then he has Korban Olavir. What's Korban Olavir? Let's see Lashon Rashi. Rashi says Olavir. The rich one gets chatas behemo. And the bird for an oni. So three tier korban. Either behema or an oif or a mincha or flour. And this is unique to this case. We have all three. That's why Levir. That's the case if he remembered the beginning, forgot, and reminded himself. Now, he knew in the beginning, but then he didn't realize. He forgot, didn't realize. So what happens in time until he's going to remember? So the see that's done inside Beis HaMikdash in Yom Kippurim, and Yom Kippurim is toilet. Toilet means Yisurim. He doesn't get punished until he remembers. Now Rashi puts out over here that in Yom Kippur there's three seir. The seir Nasa Bifrim that's done in Kodesh HaKadoshim. The seir Mishtalech that's thrown La'azozli, thrown down the cliff. And then there's seir Musafim which is done with the Karbonos of the Yom. Ein bo yediyah b'tchila v'yesh bo yediyah b'soif. He didn't realize in the beginning. He didn't realize his tummy. Suddenly someone told you, your tummy. I eat Kaddish. So you realize in the end, Sira Nase Bechutz, that's Sira Musaf, Yom Kippurim Mechaper. Shema Mevad Chavas HaKippurim, it's called the Korban Musaf, Sira Musaf. It's called Chavas HaKippurim. Amar Shezeh Mechaper, Zeh Mechaper. The both Mechaper. Ma'apnimi Mechaper al Dov Shesh B'Yedio, Avchitze Mechaper al Dov Shesh B'Yedio. They're both the Mechaper, something has a Yedio, even though it's a Kapara. One is a Toilet, one is a full Kapara. But you have to either know and forget, or not know and remember. He has no idea at all. Never realized. Sira Regolim, Sira Chadoshim, Mechapri, Divrapri. The Buddha holds the Sira Regolim, the Sira they bring every regal, and the Sira Voshchodesh, that's Mechaper on that, on not knowing at all. Shimon Omer, Sira Regolim, Mechaper. I will not Sira Chadoshim. No, only Sira Regolim, not Voshchodesh. Valma Sira Voshchodesh Mechaper. So what is Sira Voshchodesh Mechaper? Says according to Rameir, according to Shimon. So the Mishnah basically base ala Torah shochas atami. Torah reads the tummy. So it comes like this: the Sira Musaf Yom Kippur is mechaper according to Shimon. Ein lo yediyah b'tchila, v'yesh lo yediyah b'soif. Ein lo yediyah b'tchila v'lo b'soif. Sira Rigol. Torah dates the tummy. That's Sira Rosh Chodesh. That's according to Shimon. According to Yehuda, Regolim and Rosh Chodesh are mechaper on ein lo yediyah b'tchila b'soif. It says all three are mechaper in all three. Sira Kippur, Sira Golim, Sira Chodesh, or mechaper in all three things. En li yediyah b'tchila shel yediyah b'soif, en li yediyah lo b'tchila v'lo b'soif, and Torah shachal haTorah. Hayar Reb Shimon, the Mishnah goes back and summarizes Reb Shimon. Sira Chodesh mechaper on Torah shachal haTorah. That's Sira Chodesh. V'shel Golim mechaper Moshe b'yediyah lo b'tchila v'lo b'soif. No yediyah at all. That's a summary of Shimon. Let's say Sira Yom Kippur gets lost, and you find it in Rosh Chodesh. Can I bring it in lieu of the Korban of Rosh Chodesh? He says, yeah, you could. That's not the same kapara. The one of Yom Kippur is coming for a different reason. That's for they're all coming under the same category. So therefore they're interchangeable, even though they're not exactly the same. Shimon Yehuda says the name of Shimon a little different. That's exactly as we said. Rosh Chodesh is a Torah eight atami. There's two things Regolim does. Torah shechas atami and no yediyah at all. Yom Kippur shemechapim ator shachas atame shem yediyah lo b'tchil v'lo b'soif shem yediyah b'tchil v'yesh yediyah b'soif. Yom Kippur does all three. So with this, according to Reb Shimon bar Yehuda, it says the name of Reb Shimon. Yom Kippur, there's no machlok between Reb Shimon and Rameir. The Sira Yom Kippur does all three. But Rosh Chodesh and Regolim, there's a machlokes, and Reb Shimon has Rosh Chodesh is only one, and Regolim is two. Omru loy mashi kor zebezeh. The Sira of Yom Kippur got lost. Can I bring it in Rosh Chodesh? Blame him and Understand the Yom Kippur you bring in Rosh Chodesh, because Yom Kippur includes what Rosh Chodesh does. They're both the mechaper al Torah shechas atami. But the actual Rosh Chodesh who came in Yom Kippur in the mechaper kapara she'ein shelah. But how do Rosh Chodesh should be karev in Yom Kippur? It's a different kapara. The same question we had before. Same answer. It's the same category. Tumas Mikdash Kodesh. Interesting how over here. The Rambam Pirush Mishnayos brings our Mishnah. He says we don't pass Kanaloch because nor of Kemina. Karbonos come anyway. What kapara they do, that's in Shabbat. But the Rambam in the Yad Chazaka does pass. He passes like a Yehuda in our Mishnah. So what Shadi paskins? It's a very nice. The Chronim, Yeshua, the Turei, if I'm mistaken, say the same idea. The Taisus in Rosh Hashanah of Chesed base brings a machlekes. Do you have a korban Rosh Chodesh on Rosh Hashanah? He brings a Rishulam that says there isn't. And Ratam argues with him, and then Rishulam changes his mind and agrees that you do have korban Rosh Chodesh because if you mentioned that. So the Chordam machlekes, the original machlekes of Rishulam and Rabbi Ratam, depends on our machlekes in the Mishnah. Because if you hold that Sira Rosh Chodesh and Sirim of Rosh Hashanah is a regular. You have Sir of the Regolim and Rosh Hashanah. If the Regolim and Rosh Chodesh do the same, like Rameh holds, so why should it be both? According to Shimon, regarding Rosh Chodesh, do two different things. At least now I'm talking about now Shimon Yehuda Shimon. The first of Shimon. Shimon knows that Rosh Chodesh is a Torah Shechal Satan. Regarding as any did with Chiyuv Lev B'Seif. So after Rosh Hashanah, you'll bring both. According to Rameir, they both do the same. So why should I bring both? So that's Av Kamina L'Maisa. You bring Korban Rosh Chodesh. And you may have Kamina Shalei mention Rosh Hashanah. We have a din that we say Milvad Olis Rosh Chodesh with Chasar. You talk about the Korbanos of Rosh Chodesh. Do you bring Korban Rosh Chodesh or not? That's Av Kamina L'Maisa. So you may have to the Rambam brings the Lalachu. A very interesting idea that comes from our Mishnah. Someone who did something bizarre. Seir Nasa B'Fnim Yom Kippurim Mechaper. We'll see in the Gemara going Tshuva, but the Seir Nasa B'Fnim Yom Kippurim do Kapar. Al Shar V'Yeshiva Torah Hakolos V'Chamoros, the light ones, the heavy ones, has Donis V'Ashgagas, they've been amazing to be shaking. Hoy Daveloy, he knew about it, did not know about it. Esther V'Loy says, Krisus U'Misas Bezdin. All of them Seir Mishtar Mechaper. Obviously, Mrs. Bezdin doesn't mean this, or you rectify, he's still Chayav Mrs. Bezdin. But Seir Mishtar is Mechaper on everything else. Let's be first Mishnah, and we'll see an interesting aura about that. It says the Mishnah, Echad Yisraelim, Echad Koyanim, Echad Koyam Meshuach. All three have a kapar in Yom Kippur. The Gemara is going to ask in what way they're equivalent. Ma'abin Yisrael Koyanim, the Koyam Meshuach. What do you mean the Yisrael and Koyanim and Koyam Gadol? Shapam Mechaper El Kohanim Al Tumas Mikdash V'Kodesh. Yisrael have the Seir Nasa B'Fnim Shemitam to become Mechaper on the Mikdash. Seir Mishtaleach is Mechaper Kol Averos. The Kohanim have the power. Now there's two Viduyim in the power. There's two Viduyim that we mentioned in the power. One of the Kohen Gadol himself, one of the Kohanim, but the power is for them for Mikdash Kodesh V'Kodesh. Shimon Ayim Keshem Shadam Seir Nasa B'Fnim Mechaper Yisrael. What is Mechaper Yisrael unto his Mikdash Kodesh? The application of the blood inside Kodesh Kadosh. So the blood of the Kohanim, the blood of the par is Mechaper Kohanim. It says the Vidui, you know what's Mechaper Yisrael Mishtaleach? Says Shimon? The Vidui. The Vidui is Mechaper and Yisrael Mishtaleach. The Kohanim also have a Vidui on the par, like we do when we read down in Musaf Yom Kippur, we bow down 3 times, right in the Vidui that we have. So the Vidui of Yisrael and the Vidui of Kohanim are two different Vidui. So the same way by Yisrael, the Vidui is Mechaper in all the Averos. So the Vidui of Kohanim should be Mechaper. So by Kohanim, instead of Shimon, the power that goes inside, the power is Mikdash Kodesh. The Vidui of the power is Mechaper in all the Averos. By Yisrael, the Seir Nasa B'Fnim is Mechaper to his Mikdash Kodesh. The Vidui in Seir Mishtaleach is Mechaper on Kol Averos. Says the Mashal, we know I think it's the Mashal, the Machlekes here, between Tanakam and Shimon, is the Machlekes that we have in Yuma. Machlekes in Yuma is the Vidui Me'akev or not. You have to do Vidui or not. Shimon holds the Vidui is Me'akev. So you mainly Vidui Me'akev, Vidui is that's the Kapar. Tanakam holds the Vidui is not Me'akev. So you mainly can't be the Vidui does the Kapar. So the Vidui is not doing the Kapar, what's doing the Kapar? The actual Seir Mishtaleach. So according to Tanakam, the Seir Mishtaleach works for both for Yisraelim and Kohanim. According to Shimon, no, the Vidui is what works. The Vidui of Seir Mishtaleach is only on Yisraelim. The Vidui of the power is for the Kohanim. But at one point it comes to something very, very fascinating over here. All the Averos in the Torah, the 611 or 12 mitzvahs that we have, is Seir Mishtaleach. There's one mitzvah that we're busy in Yom Kippur to be doing, and that is Tumas Mikdash V'Kodesh. Why is Tumas Mikdash V'Kodesh so important? So they say that's based really the Maharil says it, and based on how Ramesh Shapir it's explained, we'll talk about it a little bit more in the Shomach Shom and the Daf. But just to mention the idea, Tumas Mikdash V'Kodesh refers to the connection of Kadosh Baruch Hu to us. The whole kapar of Yom Kippurim is a sheikhin itav tumas. We need to have a Kadosh Baruch Hu with us and mechaper us. But if you have Tumas Mikdash V'Kodesh, you're taking away the whole purpose of Yom Kippur. So that's why it's so important that you have the connection of the Mishkan of the Kadosh Baruch Hu with us, and we have kapara. Then all the other mitzvahs can follow suit. That's why Tumas Mikdash V'Kodesh is so essential in Yom Kippurim, and that's the main thing we're busy with on Yom Kippurim. So that's, and the Maharil speaks about, that's why the piyutim, a lot of the piyutim are dealing with Seir and Sabifim, and not Seir Mishtaleach, even though Seir Mishtaleach is a much more mitzvahs. The Seder we'll stop over here, and starting the next daf from the beginning of the Gemara.